I did everything they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips like a pro. The best hotels,
you don't have a man, you have
flying
a body
business, you name it, right? The works. And I stayed independent.
You don't have
but
children.
no one told me about how lonely I was going to be on those trips. Being successful looks really good on the outside, but it was very lonely. I feel very lonely all the time.
Yep. It's being proven correct over and over and over. Damn, dude. That's my life, bro. That's my life. It's being proven correct endlessly.
What makes you wifey material?
Do I need to explain?
Yeah.
Anybody can look
She's
good.
35 out at the clubs.
What qualities do you have?
I just said it. Like, honestly, like, I think at the end of the day, what makes me wifey material is like my heart. Like, I really, at the end of the day, like, I don't care about like all this. I want you to be a good person, and at the end, like, really what matters is, like, if I break my leg, will you still be with me?
What?
Huh?
Bro, what are you talking about?
I'm super valuable. I'm such a wife. I can get any man I want. Oh, okay. Then what qualities of a wife do you have? I have a heart and my leg is broken and la la la. Dude, clips like this are so funny to me. Literally, just based off the context of this video, you know she's not a wife. What is she, 35, 38, dressed like that, out at the clubs at night, drinking a little? Bro, that is the least wife material I've ever seen. Oh my lord, dude.
What my friends who are married don't understand. First off, it is so difficult to have been single, and I also think it's difficult that you're no one's priority. Like, there aren't really people checking up on me in the same way as if you have someone to come home to. I don't have a partner. I've been single for at least almost 4 years, since November of 2019, how long that is. And it's just so difficult because you realize that you have to be your own knight in shining armor, that there's no one coming to save you, that there's no one really is there for you. Like, you're alone at the end of the day. And it's so much harder to go through the ups and downs and tumultuousness of life when you don't have companionship and you don't have a partner.
Yep. It's all true. Everything she said, all the truth. Both men and women are not meant to be alone. We are just not. You are meant to be off in pairs.
Learn to lower your standards. You're running out of time. Oh, that is so interesting that you would assume that I have high standards. I think my standards are actually pretty normal. Let's talk about them. Number one, he has to plan the first date. If he doesn't plan the first date, I'm not saying yes. Number two, he has to pay for the first date, and he has to pay for all of my drinks, and I won't offer to pay for any. Number three, if he wants a second date, I demand to see his bank statements. I won't go on a second date without seeing how much income he actually made. I'm a businesswoman. Don't be triggered. I also require 3 personal references, either from friends or family members, that I need their actual phone numbers so I can call and vet them myself if they want to go on a third date. So if they don't plan the date, pay for my dinner, pay for all my drinks, provide me with at least 3 months worth of bank statements, and give me at least 3 personal references, I'm not their girl. Honestly, I think more women should be completing these steps of vetting when it comes to men, especially the men in these comments. I mean, this guy said he's been with 50-year-olds that were 39 once. That's crazy. I think it's pretty simple.
Yo, she literally has a list of demands. Literally. Bro, she's like holding somebody hostage, but the hostage is herself and her own happiness. That's so funny. I promise you I will not be happy in a relationship unless he gives me job references and bank statements. It's funny how logical some women can be when it comes to getting into a relationship, especially for the beta bobs, dude. Because all of this entire list of demands does not apply to the alpha atoms. Those guys got it all for free, okay? This is just the list of demands for the beta bobs. Always keep that in mind.
There was a study by Morgan Stanley Financial. They did you can go find it too. It's online. It's called The Rise of the She Economy. In that sort of research, they postulate that by 2030, women between the ages of 25 and 44, something like 52%. I hope I'm getting my numbers right. Something like 45 to 52%.
It's over half.
Yeah, over half.
It's going to be over half
of women of marriageable age will be single for the rest of their lives. They will not reproduce unless they get unless they get artificial insemination, but they will be unmarried and childless during those ages by 2030, which is like a very, very steep incline. In fact, they are so certain of this that they did this research on Morgan Stanley so their investors would know what to invest in the coming decade.
And that is a really big deal because there's a lot of money behind that. They're basically trying to predict the future so they can make more money. So this is serious. Here's the thing, why so many women are single. I mean, one, just take my entire channel as evidence for this. It's all the stuff we always talk about. It's the social media blowing up the ego. It's the dating apps blowing up the ego, giving them seemingly endless options. So when one tiny thing doesn't work out, they just swipe to the next guy. It's the hyperabundance, the hypergamy, the hyperfeminism. I mean, the minds of today's modern women are so delusional. Truly, just delusional. They're so hyped up on modern think and modern technology that their dopamine receptors are truly just fried. They are totally fried. So not only is it more difficult for women to date, because don't get it twisted, having hyperabundance is an issue. It actually is, because it's hard to select that one thing that you want, especially when it's so easy to just rotate to the next guy. But with all of this, it makes them even more difficult to date because of all of the brainwashing they've been through. So the actual good guys that want to take a woman seriously, they're like, eh. It's like the good guys are getting the ick. They're like, eh. That is most men's experience dating modern women. Just, eh. All right. Yeah, man, it's like, what can you do? You can try and have conversation with these women. You can try and teach them about all this stuff. You can teach them in the ways that they're being lied to, but they don't listen to any of it. Not an ounce. The smart ones will, though.
Do you know what I think is more weird than men criticising me for wanting to live on my own?
What?
It's women criticising me, saying how sad I am and how selfish I am and I'm never going to be happy. Listen, love. Just because you wanted to get married and take on this role of looking after a fully grown man for the rest of your life doesn't mean that I have to want it as well, okay? Yes, I probably am selfish. And I admit I am a bit selfish because I like to just look after myself. I like to have self-care. I like to have freedom. I like to be financially independent. I don't need some bloke telling me what to do, what I can spend my money on, what I can't spend my money on. I don't want that. I don't want to be looking after some man-child in my home.
Okay, the thing is, fine. I mean, you do you. It's your life. But the thing is, man, this is the future for most modern women today. Most of them. A lot of modern women share this exact same mindset. It's all about me. It's all about what I want. I don't want to take care of a man. I don't want any of this. And you can think that way. Fine. Okay, you do you. But don't be surprised if you spend so many years saying you don't need a man that you end up without a man, without a family, without children.
These days, being alone hits different. You know, I'm in my 40s.
Oh boy.
And it's like, I'll probably be alone forever now, you know?
Yep.
Never gonna get married.
I get really lonely. And I don't mean to post this to be like, wow, look at me. I know there's other people that feel similar situations as me, and I don't know, sometimes I just get really in my head and I get super overwhelmed and I wonder when is it actually gonna happen for me? And it's one of those things that's so out of your control that, I don't know, it's just I'm just sick of being alone. And it's been a really long time, and I think it doesn't help that I've just lost a lot of people in my life recently, and it just feels it just makes me feel like I'm not worthy. I don't know. I think sometimes we see so much stuff on social media and on the internet, and it makes us feel even more isolated because we're constantly comparing ourselves. But I just wanted to remind you that if you also feel this way, you're not alone. I don't know wherever you are or what you're going through, but at least know that I'm in the trenches with you, and I am doing so much better in my life right now, just mentally, physically, And I still have days where I feel really sad and I feel like this, and it's super frustrating.
So here's the thing about female loneliness. It's very different than male loneliness, okay? So the thing is, women don't feel the true loneliness until they're much older, truly. For younger women that feel lonely, them feeling lonely means, oh, they only got 5 beta bobs in their DMs giving them attention. She has 10 female friends bigging up her ego on Instagram, only getting invited out once a week. That's what a lonely young woman is. So they really don't experience true loneliness until they're much older, like much older. And still, it won't be the same compared to male loneliness because men are truly lonely. 0 DMs, 0 messages, no one checking up on you, like 0 alone. And older women, when they don't have children, a man, or anything like that, they start to taste a little bit of what the average guy today is going through. But it's still not the same because at any second, she can get on social media, she can get on a dating app, and there will be at least some guy that will go out with her, some guy that will give her attention. The thing is, a lot of those guys are not very desirable in her eyes. That's more what it is.
I just got back from a first date and we matched on Hinge, and I just don't really know why I'm still doing all of these meaningless first dates that is leading nowhere. Like at this point, I'm in my late 20s, I'm 28, I'm just so convinced that not everyone's lucky enough to find their lifetime partner, and I'm okay with it. Like I finally came to a realization that I'm accepting that I might just ended up being alone forever.
You focused on your career. You focused on dealing with the wrong dudes, the wrong guys in your youth. You did not prioritize marriage in your youth because you wanted to live a different kind of life. You wanted to eat sushi and travel and this and that. And cool, you wanted to do all that. And then you wanted to turn around at 30 years old or at 35 years old with your frozen ass eggs and everything else, and you wanted to turn to the market and you wanted to pick an investment banker. You wanted an investment banker to be there, still pining for you like he did back in college. You wanted to date whoever you dated, do whatever you did, and then you wanted to turn her back around to the market on your terms, on your time frame, and get the kind of man you thought you deserved, and then have that man get on your program. Disney can't make this stuff up.
What is the thing that trumps everybody? It's time. Time is the thing that you can never get back. And time is especially an enemy to women. Especially. Women have a select amount of years where they can actually capitalize on their youth, beauty, and fertility. This is just reality. Women have about 15 to 18 years to capitalize on this. It's very case-by-case basis, but you know what I mean. So wouldn't it make more sense to have the family first instead of doing the career that you can start up at any point in your life? You have potentially decades to start this career if you really want to do that. But you only have a finite amount of time to find a man and start a family.
Do I have a husband and kids? No, I don't. But do I have a career that I love and that's really consistent and promising? No.
Yeah. Damn.
That's all.
Bro, and that is the thing. A lot of these women don't even have careers. They have jobs. They have a job with no upward momentum. There's no climbing the ladder. You're a secretary. It is just genuinely so much wasted potential. That's it.